welcome back to the show. Thank you so much for joining us. Some exciting news to tell you about. I have joined the Newsform network. For those of you asking what the Newsform is, particularly those of you perhaps in the United States who are not familiar with the Canadian cable news environment, the Newsform is a relatively new network. It was launched in August of 2020, and its main goal is to provide nonpartisan, unbiased coverage, particularly on their news programs. Of course, they have the opinion components to it as well, just like any other major newscast would, but it does have some of the, you could say, news content of it that remains strictly nonpartisan, and so that is why I am very excited. First, let me preface this by saying as well, this in no way affects any of the work that I do here on this show. It's been a little bit sporadic over the course of the past couple of weeks just because we've been so busy focusing on the launch of this new program on the Newsform, which I'm about to tell you about. But starting tomorrow, the Wyatt Sharpe Show is back in full swing. We'll have an interview with Amy Schneider. Amy Schneider has the second highest winning streak in Jeopardy history. They are pretty prominent, you could say. I think the only person that has a higher winning streak than them happens to be Ken Jennings, who is, of course, the host of Jeopardy as well. So anyways, I'm looking forward to that. And then, of course, as I said, my work with 6 News Australia as well. What I'm about to say doesn't affect that, doesn't affect this show in any way. This is simply a bonus, simply an add-on in which I hope you are excited about. So what am I about to tell you? First, if you were watching Form Daily today, for those of you that follow me on X or Instagram, then you would have seen the segment and you already know what I'm about to say. But starting tomorrow night, Thursday night, Thursday, March the 14th at 6 p.m., I am launching a new segment on the Newsform network, specifically on their daily primetime news show, Form Daily. It's a satellite news show, which is channel 506 on Bell, 107 on Rogers, but for all the other listings, it's on the newsform.ca. And so it's called the U.S. Election Tracker with Wyatt Sharpe, and I'm going to be taking a deep dive every Thursday up until the American election as it relates to the top headlines that are really shaping the U.S. political news environment. And so it's very exciting. I'm really looking forward to it. We have a great first guest in Asa Hutchinson, the former governor of Arkansas, who you've seen on this program, of course. And so that's very exciting. And I'm really much looking forward to it just because I think that it's really going to be quite the opportunity to kind of share, express what's happening in the form of putting it into a Canadian perspective. And so that is very much going to be, I think, a positive thing.